Greetings, everyone. Praise Yah. We just thank Yah for bringing you here today to listen to another episode of SiSi on Air. And we are PQLR1 Radio, where Yah is first. And we have another dynamic business. It's been a while since we brought business, but a dynamic business for you all today. Another sister that is in business, and we're going to learn how she follows Yah, how she does her business and her children, all these different things. We know that we all strive to be the Proverbs 31 woman, and she's going to talk to us about that. Welcome, Sister Zakeeyah, today.
Ooh, wow. Welcome and welcome and welcome. Thank you for having me. I'm so grateful for being here with you today. Thank you for those words of ooh, accolades. I definitely strive to be everything that the Most High desires for me to be. An amazing wife, amazing mother, amazing daughter, amazing sister, amazing businesswoman. So thank you.
Yes, sis. I was so impressed when I saw your information. Not only that, but that you're in the same location as me. That is a blessing because I
Yeah.
always say this when we're talking, we often get into this funk and we'll say, "Oh, I'm out here by myself. There's no other
Hmm.
Israelites around me. I can't find sisters or brothers." But you know what? I think that because Yah has scattered us in such a way that we are definitely everywhere, but it is us that do not do a good job of finding one another. And we've been given this wonderful platform, what Satan meant for evil, but Yah uses for good. So
Right.
you're in the same area as me. So I'm grateful that we can actually have the opportunity, Yah willing, to meet. And
Yes.
saw you on social media. I ran into your page where you were doing some wonderful, wonderful things, and you have a business. Talk to us about your business, how you, well, first of all, tell us what Yah has done for you recently in your life that you can give him the glory, honor, and praise before we get started with the business.
Ooh. Oh my goodness.
Mhm.
What hasn't he done? Or what hasn't he instilled in me to do? Um, the Most High has been amazing in my life.
Mhm.
Um, I, I was at the culture as a Hebrew Israelite for the understanding that my
Mhm.
parents instilled in myself and my siblings.
Mhm.
I'm very grateful for the understanding of the Torah,
Mhm.
uh, um, the guide for us to live by. That has been my in life. We sometimes be grateful and all that the Most High has blessed me with. Like I said, I'm 43. I have been blessed with 6 children. Um, I also have 3 bonus children. I have an amazing husband. I have an amazing sister wife. I have an amazing life.
Mm.
I love my business. Um, the business has grown over the years tremendously, and
Mhm.
there's still a lot of room for growth.
Mhm.
Uh, the Most High has really been good to me in every facet that I can think of. I really can't think of anything where I can say,
Mhm.
ah.
Mhm.
Um, so there's just so much goodness. There's so much goodness. I really can't even narrow it down. I did give birth to a beautiful young boy.
Okay.
He is actually 4 months old
Okay.
right now. So that's my most recent blessing.
Okay.
Um, my oldest is 20, he's in college, and then the
Wow.
baby, the youngest of my crew, is 4 months.
Look at you looking
Um,
20 and got a 20-year-old.
yes,
That's
yes.
amazing.
I get, you know what, just to get in warm, when people see the babies, they love babies, right? But
Mhm.
then when I told her I had a 20-year-old, she's like, oh my gosh. And
Mhm.
she said, what do you do to young? And one thing that I can attribute that how I eat, how we're expected to rest, take a day off to
Yes.
slow down.
Yes.
We make sure that we try to adhere a dietary um, format of what to eat, what not to eat. Even
Mm-hmm.
just taking in certain things that my mother instilled in us, not eating so late, just certain things, drinking water,
Mm-hmm.
um, minding your business.
Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm.
There's just so many things that I can attribute to this culture, this way of life, that I can say I have the fountain of youth, and I'm very grateful for it. My children, they keep me young, and they keep me busy. You
Mm-hmm.
know, um, honestly, I don't work out, but my children, they are my workout.
Yes.
Literally.
Mm-hmm.
Um, so
Mm-hmm.
yes,
Yeah, you're right. And I always say this, if you are really about the business, and this is for me too, if you're about the business of taking care of your house, that serves as a workout. And I'm
yes,
talking about from the cleaning to the bending
yes,
to the going
yes,
to the
yes,
gardening to the this
yes,
to the that, whatever,
yes.
you
That's a
know,
full-time job.
yeah.
That's a full-time job, and I wake up early.
Mhm.
I like to get up before the house.
Mhm.
Only person I don't wake up earlier than is my husband because he gets up and he gets out early.
Right.
But I like to get up early. I like to set, as I call it, set the tone
Mhm.
for the home
Mhm.
before the children wake up. It
Mhm.
allows me to, to be at peace mentally, whether I
Mhm.
can drink a cup of tea in the
Mhm.
morning and that calm me down internally.
Mhm.
Um, it's very important I'm a very scheduled, organized individual. I'm
Mhm.
trying not to be overly because you can just be too much sometimes,
Mhm.
but it's what works for me.
Mhm.
So definitely making sure the children have their bedtime so that way I can have time to think,
Yeah.
process.
Ooh.
We have a lot of children. We have after school programs.
Mhm.
We have so many things different. We have different businesses within our home.
Mhm.
So there's a lot.
Mhm.
Um, yes, yes. So I definitely try to be very in tune with what everyone's needs are within the home. And of course, home comes first,
Mhm.
so the business comes second.
Mhm.
I have to make sure that the children are well, they're learning, they're taken care of, my husband as well, everybody is well.
Mhm.
And then so I try to really keep that as my focus, you
Okay.
know.
Okay. Well, that's a beautiful thing because life has a way of taking you to and fro, and setting your day is very important because you get to command it versus like jumping into it. I mean, I experienced that myself because I personally I like to wake up and be able to lay for a while because it helps me. But I realize if you get up and get going, then it
Right,
really just sets the tone for the day. But I'm always like, I don't want to wake people up. Like if I start moving around, they're gonna start moving around, but I can definitely understand what you're saying, and it's
right,
good for them to see you up and you're ready for them. It's like somebody on a pitcher's mound. You're ready there with your
right.
catcher's mitt, like ready for whatever they got going, whether they wake up crying or whether they wake up happy, you're ready. Yeah,
I'm ready.
that's
And
good.
that's what allows it allows me to feel like, okay, I'm ready for this day.
Mm-hmm.
I have a 1 year old, you
Mm-hmm.
know, they can't express to me everything, but if I'm ready for whatever it is that they bring me, you
Mm-hmm.
know, then it goes. I have to be intentional. Another thing is being intentional of the direction I want my day to go, our day to go.
Mm-hmm.
So try to be prepared. I try to be prepared. And there's days that I say, you know what? I'm not going to have a productive day today. And, it is what it is.
Right.
But the children are fed, they're clean,
Mm-hmm.
the house is in order,
Mm-hmm.
and tomorrow's another day.
And that is
Yep.
production within itself. Now,
Yes.
now we noticed that
Yes.
you have such a
I
lovely you have a lovely New York accent, but we are not in New York. So how long have you been in this area in the Carolinas?
I have been in North Carolina for about I want to say about 13 years.
Okay.
I want to say about 13. I have been in Charlotte, North Carolina.
Okay.
I am from Brooklyn, New York.
Okay.
And it's funny because I really don't say, "Oh, I'm from New York," Brooklyn. I don't say that, but
You
clearly
don't
the
have
accent
to.
is
The accent is there.
clearly, because I get very often. Recently someone said to me, "Are you from Brooklyn?" And I said, "Well, what made you say Brooklyn?"
Right.
Because I
Right.
mean, you could have said Queens,
Right.
Long Island. You could have said anything. They said
Right.
that made me laugh.
Yeah. Well,
That made me laugh.
I love it because now I'm always caught between, like I said it to someone, "Oh, are you from New York?" Because there's a whole melting pot of people here in the Carolinas, and it's a lady at Sam's Club. Like I struck up a wonderful conversation with her, and she started talking to me about her children. So I just made it my business. Okay, let me spot these New Yorkers. Well, one time I was wrong. Somebody was from New Jersey. And I was like, wait a
Ah,
minute. Now I know they ain't telling me the truth because I know the difference, but
uh,
I love it. But when I go to New York, it's weird. I rarely hear anybody with this particular sound because it's a melting pot up there as well.
right,
Yeah.
right.
I'm always looking for the
It's
OGs.
in pots. I love New York.
Uh-huh.
It's easy.
Hmm.
I love the culture. I love the um, I love the fact that it's a melting pot. Just so many different cultures.
Yeah.
Uh, One thing I do miss about New York, and I speak about often, is the food, but
Mm-hmm.
also the culture of the food. Any town that you go into, who lives there
Mm.
by the scent.
Mm.
So if you go to Flatbush, you might, in certain areas you might smell Jamaican food, or you might smell Trinidadian food, or the Trinidadian bakery, or Haitian food.
Mm-hmm.
Certain parts in Queens, that Trinidadians live on the block, so you smell that curry,
Mm.
as cooking. And that's definitely one thing that I miss about the food.
Well, you know what? We're gonna have to go together one day so you can show me where to
Yes,
go. Yeah.
yes,
Wow, that's amazing. And I can resonate with what you're talking about, a melting pot, because I grew up in a melting pot as well in Alaska.
oh
And
wow,
yes, there's a lot of different people there. And I mean, as an adult now, I understand why that is. It's because this government that we have, they get people from everywhere and plop them down, like they're doing right
right,
now with was it whoever the Mexicans, I guess right now they're taking them and busting them all around. And
right,
now people in New York, people in Chicago, they're very upset because they're plopping them down in their different neighborhoods. But
oh yeah,
that's why everything is such a melting pot. And as lovely as it is, it has its drawbacks because of how this government handles their business. And
right,
we
right,
know that the whole system is Babylonian. So, we just got to continue to trust the Father in what we need out of this system and get it and do what we need to do. So,
right.
yeah. Now, let's move on to your business. Now, how long have you been an entrepreneur?
Ooh, it's in my blood,
You were
honestly.
born an entrepreneur.
My parents, they were both entrepreneurs. My mother for years, she was a vendor, like a street vendor. She did a lot
Okay.
of vending events in New York.
Uh-huh.
Um, and my sister and myself, we were her assistants.
Uh-huh.
You know, so we did the shopping with her. We made beaded bracelets and anklets and necklaces, and and we were a dynamic team. You
Wow.
know, so that was my youth, my teenage years. We were at the African Street Festival. We were here. We were there. We were everywhere. So many different reggae concerts and
Mm.
um, everything. So learning how to be an entrepreneur was something that I learned by just watching my mother.
Mm-hmm.
Um, there is an art to being able to sell
Mm-hmm.
and what to sell and
Mm-hmm.
providing quality and
Mm-hmm.
quantity.
Mm-hmm.
Um, I like to have everything that I sell in my hands reach. Like right now, my garage is my store.
Yes, yes, yes. Mm-hmm.
Okay. And quantity. So whatever, if you order something today, is going to be shipped to you tomorrow.
That's right.
If you live not too far from me, so it might be delivered to your front door by 9 o'clock tomorrow morning.
Exactly.
And I love my business. I started just selling earrings or making fringes. It's been so long. I can't even tell you which one I started with,
Mm-hmm.
but it has grown
Mm-hmm.
tremendous. Um, maybe about 5 years now.
Mm-hmm.
I kind of ventured into women's clothing,
Mm-hmm.
children's clothing, and then of course the men were like, "Well, what about us?"
Right.
Um, so I tried to venture into men's clothing as well.
Mm-hmm.
Uh, I tried to venture into men's clothing as well. Working on expanding, it has been growing. So I started with women's clothing.
Mm-hmm.
We do fashion shows. We do all of that. Whatever it is, you call us,
Wow.
we're there.
I am
You know,
excited to hear that locally here in the area. So who do you get to do these fashion shows with you? Do you just use all of your children, or how do you do that?
so we use our children. Our
Mhm.
children are in the fashion shows. Wife, my husband, he's usually on the mic. He's the mic man.
Okay.
He can work a crowd. You
Okay.
know, um, sisters in the community, whoever's available. But if nobody's available, I'm gonna use my family.
That's
Um,
right.
and we're gonna make it happen. And yeah, and that's what we've been doing. I got married 4 years ago,
Okay.
and um, my my husband, he saw my business, and he said we got to take it to the next level.
Mm.
And I'm very grateful for him.
Mhm.
Things that he knew that I didn't know.
Mm.
This because of my marriage with him, my business was able to elevate. I didn't know anything about trailers and hitching a trailer to a truck, and I had
Right.
a little tiny Kia Sportage, and fit into my Jeep
Uh-huh.
is what I brought to the end.
Okay.
But now we roll everything, and we roll everything on my setup can be done in 30 minutes because everything's on wheels now. you
Mm.
know um it has made it a lot easier.
Mhm.
We can set up in half an hour and everything just be ready.
Mm.
you know um so when we're driving on the highway, people say, "Hey, I saw you rolling through with your trailer." That's uh, so yes, wherever we have an opportunity, if we are called upon, we try to be there if possible.
Mhm. Okay, well, we're going to take a commercial break. You are
Okay.
watching us and listening to us on PQLR1 Radio, where Yah is first. We are talking to our sister Zakeeyah. She is an entrepreneurial mom and a wife and a daughter of the Most High and a sister wife. She got all kind of things going on, and I hope you are enjoying listening to this conversation. If it is inspiring you to be an entrepreneur, I hope that you get on it. We have all kinds of things that Yah has placed down inside of us. And unfortunately, we get so caught up by this world that we just don't do them. But we're going to talk more to her in just a second. We'll be back in about 2. Thank you. This is SiSi. All right, everybody. You are listening to SiSi on air, and this is PQLR1 Radio, where Yah is first. Of course, we need to let you know if you'd like to call in at any time or text to let us know what you think about this show or anything else that we've recorded. 704-879-1511. You can email us at pqlr1radio@gmail.com. You can find us on all social media platforms, PQLR1 Radio. where Yah is first. And we are talking to our sister Zakeeyah about entrepreneurship and mommyship and sisterhoodship and wifeship, all kind of ships. The ship is sailing today because she is telling us about it. And she has a wonderful business styled by elegance. And I'm telling you, she is the epiphany of entrepreneurship because she's traveling with it. You know, she's not at this brick and mortar. Not, hey, I'm not against brick and mortars. They're great, but it's a wonderful thing when you can pack things up and travel around and just sell your items and go to different events. That is a beautiful thing. So let's get back into it. All right, sis. So let's get back into it. So you do events how often? And if people want to see what you have, how would they do that?
Okay, so we do events. We do
Keep going.
we do events as often as possible. We find local events, but we also do travel. So yes, the furthest that we have traveled is Texas. But if anyone is actually interested in seeing what we have to offer, we do have an online shop as well.
Okay.
Styled by, Styled by Elegance at Store NV.
Yes, we've got that.
STYLEDBYELEGANCE at Store NV. STORENVY.com.
Okay.
And we have a slew of women clothing. We have men clothing, children clothing. We also have cultural accessories as well as natural body products.
Okay, well, we've got it pulled up here. And so the people can see that you have a vast amount of things that you sell. I see earrings and bonnets and pendants and shea butters and shampoos. Now let's talk about the shea butters and the shampoos. Is this product that you make yourself?
Most of the items are already pre-made. We sell pre-made, but I also work with different vendors. I have a vendor in Guyana who makes the different crocheted hats. I have another sister who makes the crochet earring. I also work with a tailor in Ghana for the men's clothing. So we work, what I like to do is work with different people, and that way I generate income, they generate income. They might do the work. I can't make all of the items.
Right.
My hands are very,
okay.
But I able to incorporate other businesses into my business so that way we can all have a piece of the pie.
Okay. Well, that definitely makes sense. You know, I believe co-oping works well. That is wonderful. We see some wonderful children's clothing here. That's what we're looking at right now. And like I said, you got a lot of inventory, and that is a blessing. So people can reach out to you and purchase, whether they be in Charlotte or across the world. They can just reach out to you. That's great. Yeah. Uh-oh, sis, what'd you say?
We ship worldwide.
You ship worldwide. Okay, perfect. That is a beautiful thing, worldwide. Okay. So what is the next step that you look forward to doing in your business? Like the next biggest thing that you look to do?
The next biggest thing I would say within the next 3 to 5 years, we plan to have a nice size store.
Okay.
Want to have something very nice, something official. Yes, that's the goal within 3 to 5 years.
Okay. And that store is going to have
what we're working towards. At this point,
can you hear me?
No.
You can't hear me?
Now I can.
Okay. So your store that you are planning to have, what will it have in it along with your other items? Will it be an eatery or something like that?
We're thinking of different things. I would love to have a seamstress or tailor uh, at me to make certain outfits. I personally do not, but have seamstress or tailor on the premise. I will also like to be able to incorporate other businesses so
Mhm.
that way it's not just styles, but we could have like a nice area of fun or this or that. So we haven't really decided, but we just know that within 3 to 5 years, we want to elevate the next level.
Okay. Okay. Well, that's a blessing. The Bible says, write the vision and make it plain. So it sounds like you're doing that. That's wonderful. Now, you mentioned that you all have other businesses. Is there something else
Yes.
that we should know about that you're doing outside of Style by Elegance?
Well, my family, we do have about 5 to 6 businesses.
Okay.
We are really focused on multiple streams of income, which
Okay.
allows us to have freedom to go and come as we please, freedom to enjoy our family,
Hmm.
freedom to travel with our family.
Hmm.
So definitely having the multiple streams of income is something that's very important. I'm currently a housewife.
Hmm.
I used to work, but once I got married, we decided that it was best that I really tend more to the home and be an asset more to what my husband, he has his own businesses, and I'm able to also take care of my children and have a business.
Hmm.
So if I was on a 9 to 5, I really couldn't be as productive for my
Right.
family
Hmm.
as I am now. So
Hmm.
within our, we have Israelite Logistics, which
Hmm.
is a courier service which does same and next day deliveries for companies in Charlotte as well as the surrounding areas. And
Okay.
that business has been in existence for about 14 years.
Wait a
We
minute.
also have Royal
Hold on, hold on.
Renovations.
Wait, that Israelite Logistics. Do you
Yeah.
all have a big truck and you are on the outside taking a picture with it?
Yes, that is my husband's truck. Yes,
Okay.
Israelite Logistics. Yes,
Funny
has
because I
been in it.
saw that. Yeah, I saw that and I was like, oh, I need to get in contact with them. And this was like probably a couple years ago. And here you are.
Oh, yep, that was about 2 years, and that picture went all over.
Hmm.
That picture was shared all over social media.
Hmm.
Got so many phone calls. Um, it definitely spiraled. That
Okay.
business has for about 14, and it's growing and growing. We also
Wow.
uh, instructors, uh,
Yeah. Okay.
Okay, so yes, we do have several businesses within our family. We have Israelite Logistics, which is a courier service, which does same and next day deliveries for companies in Charlotte and the surrounding area. We also have Royal Renovations, which is our construction company, where we renovate houses such as roofing, decks, flooring, painting, etc. We have, of course, Style by Elegance, which is a cultural clothing company, and we specify clothing for men, women, and children, along with cultural accessories as well as natural body products. We also have Sachet and Saz, which is my sister wife's business. She provides the latest and greatest fashionable belts and necklaces, creating unique looks and styles with a sophisticated level of simplicity.
Are you
We
reading that? Because that was great.
So those were her words. I asked her how she wanted me to promote her business.
Okay.
What happened? That business came about because she is one of my models within the Style by Elegance business, and even though my dresses come with a matching belt, she always puts her own belt on the outfit. And took pictures. People will always say, "Does that belt come with the dress?" And I'm like, "No, that's her personal belt." And people actually purchased her personal belt. So I said, hold on a minute. I think that you need to start your own business selling belts. And it's been about maybe about 2.5 years now.
Wow.
And she's been doing an amazing job selling belts, different belts for plus size women, small belts, small, medium, large, extra large, 2XL. She has them. So
the belt lady.
She's the belt lady. Yes. Okay. So that was definitely an inspiration from her modeling for Style by Elegance. Then we also have HOI Flooring, House of EO Flooring Company, where we sell different flooring for homes. And we also have HOI Rental, where we rent out vehicles. So we stay pretty busy.
That's amazing. Now talk to me about this vehicle rental thing. So you up there with Enterprise Rent-A-Car and Budget and Avis?
We try to be.
Oh, no, you are, because I don't know of any other company like that owned by our people. So, hey, you know what? There.
People in town. When we have people come into town and they might need a vehicle for the weekend, or they might have family coming in town, so they might need a larger vehicle than what they already have. We rent out cars or trucks.
Okay.
Yeah, so we've done that for about 2 years now.
Okay. Now, what brought that on? Are you all in like the wholesale car business, or what made you do that?
We are just, once again, just wanting to have multiple streams of income. We realize how important that is. Love being able to provide a service. There's a service, there's a need.
Yes.
So why not supply or be able to supply what the people need and keep that money within our these walls right here. You know, giving it to the companies, and they're multi-million-dollar companies. They already have everything. So we're trying to get to a higher level. So we are looking at different ways that we can be an asset to our people.
Wow. Well, that is a blessing. See, I didn't know that you did that. And you are truly, your family is an inspiration to those that, are sitting there thinking about, one business. You have opened multiple businesses with the help of your family and, of course, the Most High Yah. That is a blessing. Wonderful. Well, so if they want to, do you have any shows coming up? Like, were you going to be outside at one of these vending stations or anything like that? If people are local, they want to come see you?
Okay, so we will be I'm not sure if you ever heard of Vegan Vibes music series.
No, I've never heard of that.
Wow. Well, Vegan Vibes, they will be having some upcoming events. They also have their lineup for next year out already. They do different themed events. So they have jazz, collective soul, Afro beats, Caribbean, house and go-go, old school hip hop, old school R&B. And they usually do their events like every 2 weeks in the summer. So those we're usually there for each event. Is a Black owned business, and they have some really great performers and performances, and they love having Style by Elegance there. So we try to make sure that we show up, and we will definitely be there. I can share their flyer with you. They have some upcoming events that they have spiraled off of their summer events. And I can definitely share that information with you.
Yes, share it, because we want to make sure that people who are local, even those that are not local, maybe they're flying into town, I don't know, but maybe they want to come and see you in person, because I was definitely impressed by everything that you put out. I said, wow, look at that tent setup. She is
Oh,
ready.
thank you. So
You said,
also a
uh-huh.
new venue that they'll be doing on Sundays, September 22nd and September 29th. And that will be here in Charlotte at the, let me see, I can share these flyers with you, but at the Barbara Scotia College in Concord, North Carolina on Sunday, September 22nd and September 29th.
Okay.
Those are their upcoming events,
Wow.
and likely we will be there.
Wow. Well, that is amazing. And I love what you all are doing, taking care of your family, working together and doing what you do, and you promoting your sister wife, and she's doing her belts, and she's modeling. You're
Right.
all just doing everything. That's wonderful.
Right. Yes, we're definitely looking to be an inspiration to one another,
Uh-huh.
promote each other, support each other in our businesses. If there's anything that comes to mind that we're interested in, you know, let's make it happen. That's the whole idea of what we have going on. We just try to support one another and take it to the next level. And we're definitely very appreciative for all of the support that we receive.
Mm-hmm.
Um, we have people that support our businesses. They support our family. They support our efforts, and it really means a lot. It definitely means a lot.
That's a blessing. Now we were talking before, about the sister wife setup, because of course, a lot of people are not adhering to that way of life, and my family is one of them. So,
Right.
talk with us about that that decision that you and your husband made to have a sister wife. Are you the first wife?
Okay, so I am actually the subsequent wife. My
Okay.
husband and my sister wife, they have been married, I believe, about 11, 12 years.
Okay.
Um, Myself and my husband, we've been married for 4 years. Uh,
Okay.
yes, so I am actually the subsequent wife. It was a decision that I made, that we all made, to go down this journey together.
Mm-hmm.
Um, and it has been a journey.
Mm-hmm.
It has been a journey. Our husband, I should say, he
Mm-hmm.
has a vision for our family. Um, he's a fair man. He's an understanding man. He hears and he listens to us,
Mm-hmm.
and he connects us. Um, and without us, there's no him. So we all work together. Without him, there's no us. We are all very important in the dynamics of our household.
Mm-hmm.
Um, and we're just being great.
Right. And I can understand that. But what I want to ask, I guess, because when you were in, doing your business by yourself, and you
Yeah.
said your husband found you in that doing the business, was it your hope one day to be a sister wife, or was this just something that they had approached you with, and then you were like, oh, okay, yes, that sounds like a good idea?
Um, okay, so how we met, that's a whole long story.
Mhm.
Um, and he has his version, I have mine.
Okay.
At that point in my life, polygyny really wasn't the direction that I wanted to consider. Um,
Okay.
I've seen polygyny, I've considered polygyny. Um, at that point in my life, it really wasn't.
Okay.
Um, but I'm very happy with the decision that I made to consider my husband and my now family to be a part of my life. Um,
Okay.
it was a good decision.
It was a
Um,
good.
it was a good decision. Um,
Okay.
Sometimes in life, you're just in a space where you just don't want to have to give so much of yourself. You just are in a space of, I want to receive. And
Mhm.
sometimes in different polygynous marriages, you see a lot of breakdown, a lot of frustration, a lot of this, a lot of that. Our goal is to create something different. The goal is to create something different than the dysfunction that we've seen and have endured for many years within the Israelite communities. It takes a lot of communication. It takes a lot of communication. It takes consideration. It takes a lot of, I would say, less of wanting to be all in everything and allowing everybody to be all in everything, you know, and just working together as a cohesive unit. It takes a lot of fairness, understanding. It takes a lot, but the benefit of it. We have beautiful children, we have a beautiful home, we have a beautiful family, and we are all very grateful.
Now, what are some of the misconceptions that you would like to clear up? Because like I said, you know, for me in my house, we don't believe in polygyny, and so many others don't as well. Right. But in all thy getting, get an understanding is what the word says to us. And although we don't believe in that for ourselves, and we, you know, we look at it as biblically the other direction. Right. What is it that you would like for those listening to know that is, you know, probably a few misconceptions?
I would say we live in a time where the ratio of men to women is very slim, is very slim pickings. The ratio of a righteous man to women is even slimmer. A lot of our men are either locked up, undercover. There's so many things that we're dealing with as a people. The ratio of single women, single mothers, there's so many different ratios, stigmas that we have on us as a people. You know, was I a single mother? Yes. Do my children now have a father in the home? Yes. Do all of our children now have access to their father in the home? Yes. You know, it brings family. It creates a stronger family. Once again, the dynamic of our family, we're able to produce so much more. We're able to produce more now because we have more hands in-house. Thus, all the businesses that we just mentioned. There are definitely a lot of benefits. Unfortunately, most times people look more at the derogatory side of it, or the negative side. Whereas even in monogamous marriages, there's a lot of divorce or this or that or what have you. But unfortunately, polygyny has had a very bad taste because it hasn't really been done. There's not many positive examples for many of us to even look at.
Well, so with that being said, I guess we would have to talk about the deficits as well, because you're not here to make it look like it's all roses and butterflies, surely, because like you said, even in regular, just one man and one woman, there are issues. So definitely when you add more people to the pot, there's definitely going to be some issues. So we should definitely talk about what some of the downsides are, because a lot of people who identify as Israelites would see this as sin. A lot of Israelites will see it as unscriptural. So when you say that you are better off living this way,
that's a personal decision. I
Right.
can't
Mm-hmm.
say that I'm better off than the next person who might decide that, you know what, they would prefer a monogamous marriage.
Mm-hmm.
But
Right.
what I can say is that this is a personal decision that I've made in my life, and told Yah,
Mm-hmm.
I can't complain. I
Okay.
So for the decision that I made for myself, the decision
Mm-hmm.
that my household has made,
Mm-hmm.
we are very happy with the decision that we've made.
Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm. Right. So that is definitely understandable because you are telling us how you all are able to work together and you have more hands in your household that can make things happen.
Mm-hmm.
Makes a lot of sense.
Mm-hmm.
Uh, but when you talk to others who might be considering this, because surely when anybody's considering such a, I'll say, leap of faith in doing something that's not so common, what would you
Right.
tell them that they need to be mindful of? I'll say it that way instead of saying deficit, because I'm not trying to insult you and I'm not, that's not the space I'm in. I'm truly here to learn. So, what is it something that both men and women need to be mindful of in getting into a plural marriage?
I would say the purpose. What is the purpose? Does that man have a purpose? Does he have a vision for his family? Does he have goals? What is the purpose? What is your purpose in the family? Why are you interested in this family?
Mm-hmm.
Oftentimes when a woman is interested in a family, it's possibly because she sees something good in
Mm-hmm.
and she wants to be a part of something good. Oftentimes we don't want to be a part of something that is that can be destroy you. We don't
Mm-hmm.
go something looking, because it's bad, you know.
Mm-hmm.
So now the interest in being into a polygynous family,
Mm-hmm.
because you see something good in that family, you
Mm-hmm.
know, you want to be a part of something that can bring good to you, and you can bring good to it as well. You're blessed with a sister wife, you're blessed with children, you're blessed with a husband, and then you just grow from there.
Okay.
Whether it's monogamous or polygynous, that's the whole purpose of coming together.
Mm-hmm. Now, from what I've seen, and all I know is Facebook, because you're the first person I know. Yeah, the first person I know in a plural marriage that I know up close and personal,
Okay.
through Zoom. But um, so I forgot what I was going to ask you. Goodness. I was so wrapped up in trying to make sure I'm not offending. But let's see. Yeah, I don't even remember what I was going to ask you, but like I said, surely, oh, here's what I was going to say. Okay. So the only situations I know is the absolute disasters that I've seen on Facebook. That's it.
Right.
And then of
Right.
course the Mormons. I think, is it the Mormons or yeah, the Mormons. I think the Mormons. Now that's a train wreck. Uh,
Right.
for many reasons now. Yeah,
Right.
yeah. I'm not even going to talk about them people, but for many reasons. So, with that being said, you know, there are good and bad things. I'm pretty sure that, your situation can hold, but you see it as more of a benefit. Now, when it comes down to like as a whole and the family coming together, that's one thing. But then do you have times where you feel like, okay, I just want to be by myself? I mean, is that a possibility because you're in a plural marriage or what?
Well, as far as being by myself, uh, I'm not really sure what do you mean by that.
I don't mean like going off to the Bahamas, but I'm saying like for instance, I guess right now, like we're talking and you
Mhm.
are by yourself. Like, do you
Right.
get to have those times by yourself often or
So
no?
I have time to go out and enjoy myself, my me time.
Hmm.
Time to enjoy time with my husband, where we go out. We just went to a winery
Okay.
um 2 weeks ago. We had a really great time.
Hmm.
I have time to enjoy with my sister wife, where we might go to get ice cream or go out to eat, or do whatever it is. I have time to enjoy with the children and take them to the park or to go to Carowinds or here or there. I
Hmm.
have time to enjoy ladies time,
Okay.
you know, I have to worry about a babysitter, or I have time to go have brunch with my girlfriends and
Mm-hmm.
not worry about cooking dinner. We are a dynamic family, which allows us to do whatever it is that we want to do.
Mm-hmm. Okay.
So I lack no time. If I want to make a date with my husband, hey, Thursday night,
Mm-hmm.
let's go out.
Okay.
If I want time to myself, I have time to myself.
Okay.
If I need someone to take right now, I have a 4-month old and I'm on a call and you ain't hear him what?
No.
You know, so we are here to help one another. We are here to be an asset to one another, and live our best lives.
Okay.
Polygyny has been seen through eyes in a very negative way.
Mm-hmm.
And we are working to twist that narrative and make it the best, make it better than what it has been. And that only takes you what you want. When you are in a monogamous marriage and things aren't going right or this, that, it's you. You work and you work and you work at your marriage, to make it what you want it to be. We are working every day. And that's why communication is so important. Do we have loopholes here and there? Do monogamous marriage have loopholes? Yes. And that's where the communication is key. Hey, I didn't like this. Hey, I felt like this. Hey, I feel like this. It's communication.
Okay. Well, that
It's
communication is
less
definitely key.
of the emotion. And these are things that we talk about often.
Mm-hmm.
Eliminating the emotions and being able to have healthy conversations.
Mm.
Healthy conversations. Are we perfect? We strive. We
Right.
strive. It's not a thing to make it seem as though it's a bed of roses or this, that. But when we look at our marriage, the goal is always to improve, always to improve, always to improve. In my personal marriage, we are people full of traumas. We have a lot of things going on in our personal worlds, not even just in my marriage, but in our personal lives. And
Right.
now we put our lives into someone else's life,
Mm-hmm.
so even in just a monogamous marriage, it's two people from different parts of the world. My husband and I, we come from the north and the south. We have totally different backgrounds.
Mm-hmm.
So just those two people coming together, they're trying to learn each other. It's work.
It is work,
Everybody,
and it's a lifelong work.
friendship, yes, friendships, sisterhoodships, this ship, that ship, as we were just talking about all the ships, right?
Yeah.
It's work.
Mm-hmm.
Blending families, even in a monogamous relationship, it's work. So oftentimes we look at it as if it's this whole big, we make it more than what it really needs to be. We put an extra twist because we already have oftentimes a negative outlook on it. So it's like, oh, that can't work. But the same amount of energy and work that we put into any other type of relationship that we want to flourish is the same type of energy that we put into our marriage because we want to flourish.
Right. Right. Now that is, you said a lot, and I can tell you are equipped to talk to people about your personal experience. And that is a great thing because I'm pretty
When
sure.
we
Uh-huh.
talk in our home a lot, our
Okay.
husband talks to us individually
Mm-hmm.
a lot. And it's important for us to be secure in what we have.
It really is. If
It's
that's what
very
you believe,
important
yes.
because
Mm-hmm.
it's so easy to be torn apart to shreds.
Right.
When people don't understand or they don't agree or they feel as though they can say things which can be very hurtful,
Mm.
you know. But it's very important for us, and I'm very grateful that our husband is, he instills it in us constantly for us to be secure in our position.
Yeah.
Okay, there is no reason for the jealousy. There's nothing that he does for me that he does not do for my sister wife.
Okay.
Okay, There is nothing. He provides everything for the both of us.
Mm-hmm.
Everything. You know, so it's nothing that I lack, it's nothing that she lacks. Any insecurity with us is us.
Mm-hmm.
You know, and that's very important for us to be very secure within ourselves, within our personal marriage, and then within our polygynous marriage.
Mm-hmm. Okay. Well, that is good that you, and let me just say, I don't know if people speak with you the way that I am intending to speak with you, because I don't intend to speak with you as to where you would have to feel that you need a barrier or somebody's going to attack you.
Right.
Again, you know, people people should want to get an understanding.
Yes.
And like I said, the Bible says in all thy getting, get an understanding. Now, I may not agree with that lifestyle for my life.
Right. And that's
Right.
understandable.
Right. And
That's
that's
not
understandable.
put anyone.
Mm-hmm.
I
Mm-hmm.
don't push it. You
Mm-hmm.
know, but if half the times I don't even talk about it. Or
Right, right,
I just
right.
want to
And
tell
we'll be honest with our listening
you,
audience.
brother.
Before we got going, we
Yes.
made sure that what we were talking about was okay. But I think that that's where we fall off sometimes, because we won't talk about things. You know,
Right.
we'll just get on social media and go off because what we see, a disastrous train wreck. Like I said, that's all I've seen. I've seen
Right.
some very crazy things on
Right.
Facebook, and I'm like,
Oh,
wow, that's terrible, you
oh
know.
yeah.
But
And
you're
so
telling us you have a harmonious life.
you go on our Facebook pages, you don't see that. You
Mm-hmm.
see productivity, you
Mm-hmm.
see growth, you see family, you
Mm-hmm.
see working hard, you see businesses, you see flourishing, you see consistency.
Mm-hmm.
You know, that's what you'll see on any of our Facebook pages.
Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm.
That's what you'll see. You'll see us
Okay.
out living, you know, just day to day regular stuff. Our boy is going to karate class, our daughter going to dance class,
Mm-hmm.
the babies going to toddler time. That's what you'll see, because that's what it is. That's
Right.
what our family is.
You're
Our
presenting
family is very
truly how your
busy.
family is. Okay.
Yeah, that's our family.
Now, so are y'all setting yourselves up to I guess I should say counsel others? Do you ever see people in bad situations and then you're like, we need
It's
help?
funny that you asked that,
Uh-huh.
because we are on the path to creating something to assist others.
Mm.
If they are interested in this journey,
Mm-hmm.
um, a lot of people are not taught how to um, venture into polygyny. Um, a lot of men are not taught this. They have the right
Mm-hmm.
to, so they do it, and
Mm-hmm.
then faster because they have no vision or any plan or anything promising for
Mm-hmm.
these women besides collecting women.
Mm-hmm.
Uh, a lot of people contact us. They inquire, they ask questions. A lot of men contact our husband, and they have questions. I believe just today, a husband and wife, they contacted him. They have questions. Um, so we're grateful to be a positive influence um, to those who are interested in going down that journey.
Mm-hmm.
Um, so yes, in this due time, um, we might have that available to those that's interested as well in this
Mm.
due time. Mm-hmm.
Well, I got to tell you, sister, your whole demeanor and just everything that you are showing us today just is great positivity. And I pray that the Most High Yah continue to show you what He needs to show you.
Mm-hmm.
And that is with all of us. You know, we need the understanding that He has for us, and we need to be able to run with it and not question it.
Yes.
So, I am thankful, and like I said, I can't wait to meet up with you. You know, because
Yes.
we're only about 30 minutes away.
Yes.
So,
Yes.
so I'm excited to know you and you know about your business hands on and uh, do another video so that we can show people what it is that you're doing live at one of the events. So I'm
Okay.
so excited. But we want to say thank you so much for joining us. Do you have any last words for the people? Because I've enjoyed this conversation.
I just want to say thank you for the opportunity. Thank you for reaching out and giving me a platform to share what it is that I do, to share our businesses within our family, to
Mm-hmm.
even have a conversation about the dynamics of my family.
Mm-hmm.
I'm very grateful for the opportunity, and I just want to say thank you.
Yes, sis. Thank you so much. And we want to make sure that we give you another round of applause. There you go. And even yes. You did a wonderful job today, and we want to make sure that we give everybody our scripture, which is Philippians 4:8. Finally, brethren, whatsoever things are true, whatsoever things are honest, whatsoever things are just, whatsoever things are pure, whatsoever things are lovely, whatsoever things are of good report, if there be any virtue and if there be any praise, think on these things. I'm your sister SiSi. Thank you so much for joining us on PQLR1 Radio, where Yah is always first. Praise Yah.
And